Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft 365 Insight. My name is Mohit and today we're going to learn about how we can add a custom domain in Microsoft 365 tenant. So without wasting any single more minute, let's dive into it. So the very first thing which we're going to do is to open up one of our favorite browser, and we'll simply go to this URL called admin.microsoft.com. Now this will give you the blend to the dashboard, which looks something like this. Here, all you need to do is to scroll down and find settings. Under that, you'll find domains. You need to click on that. Now here you get an option to add a custom domain. Now if you see, by default there's already a domain which is added which you get when you sign up. Now many people get confused that why Microsoft is giving this domain, or why we have to create an email address with this big name. So just to let you know, Microsoft offers you a free domain that ends with onmicrosoft.com plus whatever the name you put it while you're signing up. So it totally depends upon you whether you want to use this domain or you would like to add your custom domain. In most of the cases, people like to add their custom domain because that makes the email looks professional. Also, adding your custom domain indicates that you have a website, and with that the people can identify you and also visit to the website as well. So coming to the topic, we're going to click on add domain, and here it will ask you to enter the domain name. Make sure that we don't need to put in www. It does not require. We'll simply going to put in the domain name. So in my case I have metricsdatapro.com, and we'll simply click on use this domain. Now please make sure this setup wizard may vary depending upon from where you have purchased this domain. If you have purchased it from GoDaddy, which is most people does, then the benefit will be having domain with GoDaddy is Microsoft has a collaboration with GoDaddy. So the setup will be quite smooth and simple. You just have to select the DNS, the TXT record, and click on verify. After that, it will again ask you to add three more records, and the overall adding the custom domain is very smooth. Wherein if you're managing your DNS from somewhere else, just like I do, then you have to choose your steps wisely. Now in this screen, it will ask you to verify your domain ownership by adding a TXT record. So you get three options. The first one is to add a TXT record to the domain DNS record. So it will give us the record, which you have to copy the value and paste it from where you're managing your DNS. The other one is, if you can't add TXT record, add an MX record to the domain DNS record. So just in case, if you're not able to add the TXT record, or few registrars are not support TXT record, as you can see, then you can try adding the MX record instead of TXT record. Now please make sure that hardly gonna find domain registrar who does not support adding TXT record. So yep. The third option is to upload the TXT file. So if you choose this option, Microsoft will allow you to download a file which you can simply upload to the root directory of the domain from where you're managing it, and it will verify it. So for the sake of this, I'm going to select the first option and we'll click on continue. Now as you can see, it will give us three options to add it. The TXT name, TXT value, and the TTL. So all I need to do is to log into my the cPanel where I'm managing my DNS. So I have purchased it from a different site. That's how I'm managing my DNS. So here you need to find out the option where you add the DNS record. Now again, I'm going to repeat myself that this option may vary depending upon from where you're managing your DNS. So in most cases, if you search DNS, then you'll find something called dynamic DNS or zone editor or manage DNS, something like that. So in my case, it's a domain editor and I'll come here. Now if you see it, allow me to add a record, CNAME record, and MX record. So obviously it's not giving me the option for TXT. I'll click on manage, and now it give me the all the option to add it. I'll simply click on add record. Now here in the valid zone name, now again, make sure some of the you know TNS requires to add an add symbol, something like this, and some of them may ask you to simply enter your domain name. So in my case, I'll simply go ahead and enter my domain name, which is metricsdatapro.com, and it will come back. So it says the MX value will be this, so we'll simply copy this and we'll paste the record like this. Okay, we also need to make sure that we select the TXT, and the TTL will be 3600. So I'll simply go ahead and copy and paste it here like this, and we'll click on save record. Okay, so it says the matrixerapro.com takes a record, have matched TTL value of this record, same range type must be. Okay, so it seems to be that there's already TXT record must be here. So we'll make this the one which is recommending, so it's not taking the 3600. So we'll make this up and we'll come back here and click on verify. Now make sure this sometime takes time, it depends anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes, sometime more than that. Totally depends upon the DNS service provider, and you can see I was able to verify it. So I'll simply click on continue again. Now in the next page it will ask me to add 3 more record, which is the MX record, CNAME record, and TXT record. So just to give you a little bit of in-depth about it, MX record stand for the mail exchange record, which is responsible to point all the emails to Microsoft. Then the CNAME record is the auto discover record, is useful when you use the Outlook client. If you have Outlook in your computer, now this particular record, CNAME record, will help to auto configure it without entering the details. And this TXT record is for the for the filtration, the SPF values. So yeah, let's go and quickly add this as well. So I'm gonna come back again. I'll copy this. I'm gonna come back again. I'll click on add record. We'll make sure we select MX record first, and the priority will be 0, and I'll put this here. I'm gonna put the Metrics Data Pro, which is my website name, and we'll simply click on save record. Okay, one is down. Let's go with the CNAME. So again, I'm going to copy the value. So CNAME, we're going to come back here. We'll click on add record. We're going to select CNAME from the list as a type. We'll paste this. The name will be auto discover, and we'll click on save record. Alright, 2 down. Similarly, we'll do for the TXT. We'll again copy the value, come back here, add record, and select the TXT, paste the value, and here again the website name, which is metricsdatapro.com. Add. Now this is all done. That was very easy. Now we're going to come back to this site and we'll click on continue. Now in the most of the time you will get an error message because it may not propagate it completely, so we have to wait for some time. As you can see, CNAME is now propagated. It's able to identify. MX record usually takes some time, so make sure we wait for some time, which varies anywhere from 10 minutes to 48 hours. If you go with the guidelines of Microsoft, it clearly says it usually takes around 10 minutes, although some DNS hosting provider requires up to 48 hours. So let's wait for some time and we'll continue on this. Alright, so I just waited for like 10 minutes and I did make some changes which I was not able to capture it. So, while I was adding the MX record, I accidentally hit enter in the first time. That's the whole reason it was detecting two MX record in the, in the DNS zone. So I just deleted once, and now if you see, the domain has been successfully added. So we'll click on done, and now you will see that the custom domain has been now added and the status says healthy. And if you click on this one, if you go to DNS record, you'll see all the DNS record has a green check. So that's pretty much it. That is all for this video. In the next coming video we'll show you how we can create the user, and how we can send email back and forth, and if in case if we landed to a spam email, then we how to troubleshoot it, how we can fix that. Also we'll see how we can add DKIM DMARC with the email to make our email more authentic. That's all from mine today. If you really have any question, you can put it down on the comment section. I would love to answer it. And if you find this worth, to consider subscribing my channel. Happy learning.